Hi, welcome to my channel. This is a video about using the law of assumption in a slightly different way, in a much more empowering way than you may have been doing it. You may have been using it with your specific person, saying they love me, they miss me, they want to be with me and all of that, and you may have been doing it for a very, very long time. You're not seeing any results, and in fact you may even be seeing like either nothing or the opposite of what you are assuming, but because it's not really what you're assuming, it's just words that you're saying to yourself, hoping that that's going to show up in your reality. It's really different than what I'm going to teach you now. First of all, you need to take your power back, and at the moment you've almost handed it over to them because you are waiting for them to come to you, to show you that what you're doing is working. They are making the choice, they are coming to you when they are ready, and that's what we want to turn around here. So an empowering way of saying something, please do not get scared of doing this and saying this, because it will turn things around for you. It will turn your life around with relationships in general if you can be more like this. So at the moment, let's say you are having a little bit of contact here and there, or maybe nothing, this will apply to you, whatever, but let's just say you're getting a bit of contact now and again, but then they go for months and then they come back. Basically, they're just making sure that you are still around for them. If we look at this in practical terms, which we're going to at the moment, that is what's going on, because energetically you're more in line with that than you are in line with them being missing you, wanting you, and all of that. So you have to kind of recognise that, be really honest with yourself and think, yeah, I'm affirming all of this and I'm thinking all of this, but it's not showing to me, so I've got to change something. So first of all, when somebody gives you lackluster, substandard contact, so they just come to you and they say, hey, how are you doing? Then you go back, yeah, I'm really good, thanks, how are you? And then they go, yeah, I'm good, blah, blah, give you a few sentences, you go backwards and forwards, and then you don't hear from them for months, weeks or months, or however long it is. You've sent the last message, you hear nothing back. Now that is not a person that at the moment is invested in you. They are not invested in you. They are reaching out to you to make sure that you are still around for them, because that's how you are energetically. But let's look at this on a practical level. How are we going to handle this in a real world way, but also bring manifesting into it? You are going to say F you, basically, not to their face, obviously, you don't want to go that far, but inwardly, you are nowhere near good enough for me at the moment. You are not invested in me, so I am not investing in you. I'm not investing my energy in you anymore. You are so going to regret this, because you get a real powerful feeling when you say you are so going to regret this, and you really feel it. You won't be getting that with probably the other stuff you're saying. They're in love with me, they're this, they're that. You won't be getting any empowering feeling from it particularly, which is why it's not converting into the required energy. It's just you're sticking with the old energy. You're saying those things, but you're living in old energies. So you're just seeing more and more of the same. So you have to take charge of the situation. You have to say, I'm done with this. I'm done with feeling like this. I'm feeling like this at the moment for somebody who doesn't really give a toss, because at the moment they don't, because energetically you're so out of whack with that, and you haven't empowered yourself, you haven't pulled your energy back, and you haven't decided that this is your reality and you make the decisions here. They do not make the decisions, you make the decisions. So they are so going to bloody regret this, because I am not giving them anything else. If you've got that person that just keeps coming back with ridiculous messages like that, you need to start coming in line with what it is that you say that you want. If you want this person to be more considerate, if you want this person to reach out to you more and be this person that you want, you can't keep interacting with the version that isn't, because the more you interact with the version that isn't, the more you will see that. Because can you imagine what your energetic signal is? It's like, oh, I'm saying I don't want this, but actually it's okay for the moment, I'll accept it because it's better than nothing. That signal, that energy is completely out of whack with what you want. So you will just keep seeing more of it because you've actually in effect accepted it. There's not that the universe or anything is deciding, oh, she's accepted it now, he or she's accepted it now, that's too bad, that's what you're lumbered with. But inside, your energy, the signal that it is that you're putting out, is in line with, oh, I don't really want this, but I'm going to accept it. So just try and think of everything in terms of energy. What is that energy that's creating inside of you? What are you creating with that? You're creating more of the same. You're going to get back more of the same. Do not be scared not to answer them. If they then come back with little bits and pieces that mean nothing, don't bother. Just don't bother answering them. And I know you'll be scared and you'll think, oh my God, well, they might never come back. Well, that's just simply not true. It really isn't. I mean, it just shows that you're valuing yourself. If you just keep coming back and back and back, then they are just going, oh, I can do whatever I like. I can come back, I can pop in. 1 month and I cannot come back in 2 months, I'll still be there waiting for me, because that and that fear that you have inside of you is what's promoting that from them. So in order to kick away the fear, kick the fear to the curb, is to start behaving the same as them. So either don't answer them if it's like such a, you know, if they send you an emoji or something that means nothing, you don't have to answer that. Or if they send you not much, then you make sure that you send back an equal measure. Do not send back more than you get, just mirror them. Show that you are a high value person and you need that energy inside of you to match up with what you want, and this is the way that you do it. So you say to yourself, I'm not accepting substandard, no, not accepting it, and I'm not accepting substandard. They are so going to regret this, absolutely. And that is not a signal to the universe that you don't want them anymore. Don't ever worry about that. It's really not. It's an empowering, like, I've got this is my reality and I'm going to get what I want from it. So you can only do that by turning that energy around and really empowering yourself and getting that feeling of momentum behind you putting yourself first. And you're not putting yourself first by accepting that kind of thing. Right, now let's say that you haven't had any contact for a long time. You can do exactly the same thing here. F you in your head, feel it, just really feel it, stuff it, I'm done with this, you are not getting any more of my energy. I am number one here, I'm going to look after myself. There's tons more people out there. Then you say to yourself, God, everybody's interested in me at the moment. I don't need to focus on you. I don't need to focus on this person. I'm going to snatch my energy away just like that. And I am going to live my life, because that is how your energy changes. You can really impact, and even if you feel angry, because if you haven't let that anger out before, feel angry, feel hurt, feel sad, feel all of that stuff, let it out there and make that decision to withdraw your energy from the subject of them, because you can't go anywhere with that. All you can get is more of the same. And if you want difference, you cannot affect a change by doing the same stuff. If you can only affect change by doing something different, and not, you start to feel like a victim to your own feelings if you allow this to continue. And you have the power to stop it, really you do. And even if you don't feel that powerful at the moment, give it a go. What have you got to lose? You have the power to change yourself energetically and experience loads of great things in life, all the better things, the things that you're missing out on at the moment because you're so focused on why are they not back. So when you're focusing on, I've done all this stuff and they're still not back, you start to feel not good enough. You start to feel there's something wrong with you, and there is never anything wrong with you, but your energy comes in line with that. So the more you think something's wrong with you, the more you're going to see other people reflecting that back to you, not just them. Other people will reflect things back to you that coincide with that energy that you have inside. So you have to take charge of it. You have to get firm with yourself and say, done with this shit, really. And make that decision for your better interests, for your mental health, for your overall well-being, because when you feel like that and you have a lot of anxiety going on, you will start to notice it in health-wise. You will start to not be feeling that great, and there might be little health worries that you have that are often all sort of encompassed in anxiety. When I was suffering really badly from anxiety way back, I had all kinds of ailments, all kinds of things wrong with me, and I literally thought that I felt them, I had the symptoms, I literally did have the symptoms, but all caused, most of it caused by what was going on inside of me. So it really can do that. So you really want to look after yourself and put yourself first. Stop putting them first and giving them the power to say yes or no to you. The power is yours. They were so going to regret this. They are so going to regret this. They're going to be the one chasing after you, but they can't do that while you're waiting for them. You can't get somebody chasing after you if you're just waiting around for them. Don't wait around for them. Do not waste your life. Do not waste any more time waiting around for a person, because at the moment they're not worth it. Okay, I hope this was useful. I know I was a bit passionate about that, but it really is something that I feel really passionately about, and I know it won't be for everyone this, but again, if you want to work with the law of assumption, work with it to your advantage. Don't say these things and affirm because you've been told to persist. Persisting is no good if you are feeling differently than what you're saying, because it's your feelings have it every single time. Persisting is only any good if you're in line with your feelings. Affirmations are fine if you're in line with that, and if you're kind of good with that and you're not feeling the opposite, then they're great, then everything's great. But if you are feeling the opposite, it doesn't matter what you do. if you've heard you must persist at all costs and you're feeling rubbish at the moment and you're feeling the lack of, and you're feeling like all you can see is reality as it is, and you're telling yourself that, there is no point in you persisting. You will make yourself ill, honestly. There is absolutely no point. Persist at feeling better. Persist at taking your power back. Persist at being the one, the first choice inside, and then everything will change on the outside. But you have to do it for you. You cannot do it for the other person. Okay, I am an author. All of my books are listed below. I hope that wasn't too ranty. It did seem a little bit, but it's just that I'm enthusiastic about it. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I tend to do that when I'm very enthusiastic about something. And I do offer Zoom coaching and I do offer email coaching. So you can see where my Zoom and email coaching will be coming from. So if you are into just persistence and affirming and vision boards and all of that to get a person, I am not the person for you. I am only the person for you if you want to put yourself first and you want all of that stuff, but you know it comes from in here first, then I'm the person for you. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, then I would love you to do that.